responsibility. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world's confusing me. About as mean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. Before we get started, does anyone have any questions?
I have a question! Want to take some shots?
I don't know about that. How about our TA, Michael? Do you have anything to add?
Don't forget Cookie Day is next Friday.
Michael's hot.
Well, obviously he's hot, but we really gotta work on our lab report. Hey Michael, can you come help us for a second?
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Can you look at our data? It kinda looks messed up.
Okay, I'll look.
Can we use this?
Can you?
I'm asking you.
What do you think? I think your data looks fine, but hold on, I need to go and cookie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Michael.
Michael.
I don't feel so good.
That's gross, Lidocaine.
What's going on over here? What's going on over here?
Typical Lidocaine is drunk again.
Did you just throw up?
Ethanol.
What is this? It's vomit.
I don't know what happened.
Well, it looks like you've consumed some ethanol. Let me explain what's going on.
Wow, how'd you make that appear?
Shut up! I'm going to explain the ethanol mechanism. Well, ethanol dissolves in lipid membranes, increasing their disorder and therefore increasing their fluidity. Increased membrane fluidity alters the structure of membrane-bound proteins like ion channels. This can make them more likely to activate. Since there's a large driving force on sodium ions, this leads to an inward sodium current which depolarizes neurons. If the threshold potential remains constant, this means that ethanol can bring neurons closer to their threshold potential. Consequently, neurons can fire action potentials given a smaller stimulation potential. In other words, ethanol makes neurons more excitable.
So Professor, would that mean that conduction velocity would be slower?
No, you idiot! Since ethanol makes voltage-gated sodium channels more sensitive and brings the resting membrane potential closer to threshold, an action potential can travel faster along the length of the axon, so the conduction velocity increases. However, ethanol does not affect sodium channel inactivation, so refractory period doesn't change. This is likely due to the fact that the inactivation particle is in the cytoplasm, so it is not greatly affected by membrane fluidity.
What's going on? Where are we? Did you change my clothes?
Iman, you're bleeding.
What?
I thought I told you to shut up!
We should put some lidocaine on that wound.
What?
Now that's a good idea. And now to carefully administer the medicine. Catch.
What's wrong with my tongue, Professor? It's not working.
Well, it's super simple. Let me go to the board and we'll explain it. Before I get started, always remember, safety first. Lidocaine is a local anesthetic. It completely blocks action potentials by inactivating fast voltage-gated sodium channels. Lidocaine binds to the binding site formed by S4 segments in domains 3 and 4. S4 contains positively charged residues that sense voltage changes across the neuronal membrane. When the cell depolarizes, the S4 segments are repelled, changing the conformation of the ion channel to an activated state. When lidocaine is bound, S4 is immobilized, preventing the channel from becoming activated. Since no depolarization and action potentials occur, refractory period, conduction velocity, and threshold in recruitment are not applicable, because they do not exist.
My tongue is still numb. What do I do?
Will you shut up? Here, take one of these.
What's wrong with him?
Well, it's super simple. Let's go to the board and I'll explain. Nembutal is a general anesthetic.
Who's that?
It causes resting membrane hyperpolarization by decreasing sodium conductance and increasing potassium conductance. It therefore increases the stimulus required to reach threshold. Nembutal increases the rate of sodium conductance activation. This means it takes longer for action potentials to occur and conduction velocity is decreased. This occurs because calcium binds to negatively charged regions of the axon membrane. Nembutal's lipid-soluble portion penetrates the membrane, while the negative portion remains on the surface. As a result, a greater surface negative charge is present, causing more calcium to bind. Membrane-bound calcium interacts with voltage-gated sodium channels, affecting the time and voltage-dependent parameters of sodium conductance. This causes a prolongation of the action potential and a plateau in the falling phase, and thus a slower rate of action potential propagation. The refractory period increases because of the increase in membrane-bound calcium, which affects sodium channel activation kinetics. The most important lesson of the day is always remember safety first.